Thank you for purchasing MyTAXPrepOffice, professional tax preparation software that is technologically advanced, accurate, and easy to use. To quickly learn the setup, functionality, and navigation of your MyTAXPrepOffice software, please watch this training webinar. The webinar is divided into two parts. Part 1 discusses setup and all the features available on the main screen. Part 2 discusses how to use MyTAXPrepOffice for returns. Be sure to watch both parts to become more productive and efficient during your busiest time of the year. The first step to using MyTAXPrepOffice is to log in. Using Google Chrome, open a new browser tab. Type the login website address. Hit Enter. When the login screen is displayed, enter your email address and your password. If you forget your password, you can click on the Forgot Password option. A new password link will be sent to your inbox. We also recommend that you check the Remember Me box. Select Login. Click on the pictures as part of the security authentication process. Click on Verify. The dashboard will be displayed. If, in the future, we ever refer to the dashboard when assisting you, this is the screen to which we are referring. If you find the font too small or too large, you can change the size. Hold and press the Control key on your keyboard. Press the plus sign. Once the zoom option is available and displayed in the top right-hand corner of your browser, you can click on that option. Press the minus key to make the text smaller, or you can press the plus sign to make the text larger. To reset your screen to the original size, press the Reset option. In addition to changing the font size, you can edit other preferences for the dashboard, which we will discuss later in this video. On the dashboard, you will notice the widgets and the left panel. We'll consider the widgets first. If you would like to collapse the left panel and see only the widgets, you can press the hamburger button. The Recent Returns widget displays the last 10 returns you were working on. If you click on the 3 dots, you can choose which returns will display in the widget. You can also find returns in the left panel. When you click on New Return, the New Return screen will display. Here, you can select a client to create a return for an existing client. You can also create a return for a new client. Choose between individual and corporation. You can put in the social or EIN and continue. That is how simple it is to start a new return with the program. If you create custom return templates, which we will consider later, there is a drop-down menu here that will allow you to pick the types of templates you would like with the return as well. On the right, you will also notice the Training panel. The Training panel can be found throughout the program and provides written and video instruction for frequently asked questions. The Recent Returns widget also has a return list option. A lot of our customers like to go to the Filter by Any Value option and simply start typing the first name, last name, company name, last 4 digits of the social, or the last 4 digits of the EIN to gain access to a certain return. You also have the ability to search by status and to decide which types of returns you would like to view. For instance, let's say it's corporate deadline and you only want to look at your 1120S's. Then you can use the drop-down to select that. Or you can keep all types. You can also sort by the columns, by ascending or descending order. When you hit the drop-down menu under Status, you have many status options. You can choose Questions, Missing Info, In Process, or you can customize your own status. For example, you can add in Ready for Review if you have multiple people in your office, Coupon, so you can track the effectiveness of marketing with a coupon ad, or Needs Payment. Once you click OK and add those, they become part of your list at the top. There is no limit to the types of status. Some offices have close to 100, and some keep with the ones that are provided. The Actions column allows you to delete the return, print client organizers, send a text message to the client, and add a password to the return. You will notice that throughout the program, you get the ability to export to PDF or Excel. When you click on Export, you can choose which columns you would like for your export. When you hit your back arrow, 9 times out of 10, it will bring you back to the dashboard. If you click on Accepted, you will see all of your returns listed here. You will also have an acceptance for extensions if you send those, and states. Then you can go to Print Confirmation Letter. We do print to PDF, so that way you can get your acknowledgments here. You also have Export here as well, in case you need to export the data to Excel. The next section is the Quick Return Search. You can gain access here or within a return. If, during tax season, when the phones are getting busy and customers are calling in to ask about the status of their returns, you simply have to key in an SSN, EIN, name, phone number, or email address and hit Enter. You will have access to 4 tabs. First is the Return tab, which displays demographic information such as who prepared the return, what time, and on what date. You can also view the deposit information if it's obtained on the return. Click on Tax Summary to see more details about the return, such as income, credit, tax, and payments, without having to access the return. Once you transmit the return electronically, the e-file tab will display e-file information. You will notice the status, why the return was rejected if it was rejected, the submission ID, the dates when it was filed, transmitted, and acknowledged, and all of the information about the state. The bank application information will also be displayed. For those returns that have a refund, you can click on the Check Refund link and it will take you directly to the IRS's Where's My Refund site. You can also see the e-file history in the final tab. You also have access to open the return, which is a second way to edit the return. Next, you will find the Appointment List widget, where you can enter scheduled tax appointments and reminders. You can click on New Appointment and complete the subject and description. Let's say it's a new client. If you have multiple people set up on your system to prepare, you can assign the appointment to someone as well. The participant would show in the drop-down menu here. The calendar can be used to pick the date and time. You can also have a reminder set within the program. The reminder will pop up in the program. Click Save. Once you create the appointments, then they are on your appointment scheduler. You can drag and drop the appointment if it needs to be changed. Many also love the day or week view features. When you go back to the dashboard, the Appointment List widget will show your appointments for today and tomorrow. The e-file summary shows the status of your returns. Since we're real-time, when a return is completed and transmitted to the IRS or state, you will see a return go from transmitted to @IRS, @state, and accepted. The e-file summary first displays the number of returns prepared but not transmitted. You can see here that there are 18 returns that haven't been transmitted on this particular system. If a return shows in @IRS or @state, it means that the return was transmitted to the IRS or state and is waiting to be acknowledged. If you enroll with one of our financial partners, you will also see returns with bank applications. If a return shows in @bank, it means that the taxpayer's bank application was transmitted to the bank and is waiting to be acknowledged. If the bank application was rejected or accepted, it will appear in Rejected Bank or Accepted Bank, respectively. If a return was rejected and must be fixed and resubmitted, it will show in Rejected IRS/state. It will also show in the Rejected Summary widget and in Rejected Returns in the left panel. Returns that show an accepted IRS/state are great news. It means that they were accepted by the IRS or state. IRS alerts are informational messages from the IRS. The status of your returns can also be found in the left panel under eFile Center. Simply click on a category to find out more information about a transmitted return. The Rejected Summary displays the returns rejected by the IRS and/or state agencies. Click on a return to open it. The return will be locked, so be sure to unlock it. At the bottom, the rejection panel will display exactly what was wrong with the return and how to fix it and resubmit it. Once you fix the return, it will be cleared off of the Rejected Summary widget, showing that no rejected returns exist. If you prepare financial products, or if you would like to get set up to prepare financial products in order to generate extra revenue, use the Financial Products widget to fill out your bank application. Our financial partners can also be found in the left panel. Simply select the bank of your choice to start. Next, go through the tabs. Once you're finished with the tabs, consent to the program and click Save. Once you're approved, the status will say Enrolled. You can also increase your revenue by using the additional transmission fee feature available to you. Audit assistance and identity theft restoration services are provided by Protection Plus. The News widget displays alerts tailored to you by the product and tax analyst teams. Since we're an online system, we are always up to date, and all the information in the News widget is in real time. That means when we give you news information during tax season, it'll be the latest. Whether the IRS is down for maintenance, whether certain states have particular news, or whether there's training available for updates, all of the information can be found here. In the Your Firm widget, you can complete your firm setup. You can also find Firm Setup in the left panel under Toolbox. Click Firm Setup. Here, you will see the Firm Setup screen where you must complete all required information. First, click the editing pencil in the Firm and License section. Fill in the info and click Save. Next, scroll down to Locations. Please complete all required information in this section. Click Save. If you would like to purchase additional locations, please click Buy Additional Location and follow the instructions. Next, complete your user information. Here, you will input your personal and prepare information. After completing this section, you must verify your email address and cell phone number. If your plan allows for more than one user and you would like to add users, select Add User. Lastly, locate the EFIN section. Here, you can add an EFIN, or if your EFIN is already displayed, you must select the editing pencil, complete all required information, and verify it. You will be asked questions for verification, but if the verification is not successful, you will be asked to upload your EFIN letter. The Your Firm widget also allows you to customize user roles and manage your MyTAXPrepOffice software license. The final widget we have yet to discuss is the MyTAXPortal widget. I'll ask my fellow MyTAXPrepOffice team member to tell you all about this special feature.
MyTaxPortal allows you to send engagement letters, organizers, returns for review, and request remote signatures. Additionally, it enables you to securely receive answers and documents from taxpayers. MyTaxPortal makes two-way communication between tax professionals and taxpayers quick and easy. MyTaxPortal can be found in the left side menu of your dashboard. It is also available as a widget. Here, you can choose from Settings, Clients, and View Requests. First, click on Settings. This will enable you to upload your company logo. Simply click in the box and choose the logo image file saved on your computer. You can crop the image to make it exactly the size that you need. Once finished, click Crop and Save Logo. Once your logo is uploaded, make sure that your tax office is in the Company Name section. Next, click on Invitation Emails. This is where you will create the email template that will be sent to your client as part of their invitation to the portal. You can edit the template name, subject, and body of the template. Or you can use the default email provided and simply edit the client name and company name. You may also choose to see a preview of the email. This preview will show you exactly what your clients will receive once you send an invitation. Next, click on Letterhead. Here, you will be able to customize the letterhead to reflect your company's information. The Organizers tab allows you to choose from 3 organizer templates to send to your client. Or, if you would prefer, you can simply edit to change the type of question or the number of questions provided. Once you are finished with your settings, the next step is to invite clients. Select Clients from the left side menu. A list of clients you have within the program will be displayed. Use the filter to quickly locate other clients, or another way to filter clients is to choose either individual or business, as well as active or archived. The exclamation point will alert you that there is missing information for your client, and an invite cannot be sent until all information is complete. The green check mark means the invitation has been sent successfully. Here, you can choose clients to whom you would like to send an invitation, or if you would like to enter a brand new client, click New Client. To create a new client, you must enter their information here and click Save. The client will then be added to the list. You can edit a client's information at any time. You will also find in the drop-down menu there are options to archive a client, delete a client, or print a client's organizer in Office. When you are ready to create the invitation, simply click Create Request. Here, you will be able to choose the communication method for which you would like to send the invite. If you are inviting this client for the first time, select Invite Client to use MyTaxPortal. If you would like to send the organizer as a PDF attachment directly to your client's email, select Send Organizer via Email to Client. Lastly, if you would like to print the organizer in Office, select Print Organizer. Next, the email template you previously created will be displayed. Feel free to make any last-minute edits to the organizer at this time. Below, you will find the Choose Organizer section, where you may select the organizer template you created for your client. After you have selected the organizer, you may choose to include an engagement letter for which we have provided you a template, or you may select Edit and make any changes you see necessary. You may also make any last-minute edits to the organizer if desired. After you have completed these steps, select Mail Preview to view a final preview of the invite that your client will receive. When you are ready to send the invitation, click Send. Once your client accepts their invite via email, they will be redirected to the MyTaxPortal website, where they must complete their setup by creating a password. Once the account is created, they can go inside the portal, where the documents are waiting to be reviewed and completed. Here, your clients can read the engagement letter as well as view and answer the organizer. To view recent invitations, select View Requests. Here, you will see a list of all clients who have been sent an invite to the MyTaxPortal, as well as clients who received the questionnaire through email or those that you printed the questionnaire for in office. This page displays client information, engagement letter status, invitation status, and the number of questions completed. If the invitation status shows as failed, that means the invitation was not delivered, and therefore you must resend or send the invite an alternate way. If the invitation status is delivered, that means the invite was sent successfully. With a failed invite, you will have the option to send the invite via SMS, view the request, or resend the invite. If the invite was successful, you will have the option to send the invite via SMS, view or copy the invite, view the request, or resend. To review the organizer, please select View Request. Here, you will have the option to download the engagement letter as well as review your client's answers to the organizer. You can also edit any questions the client has not yet completed. When you have finished making changes, click Save. Additionally, you can start a new request, add more questions if desired, or make adjustments to your settings.
What a great explanation! Client answers, as well as documents, can be found within the tax return, which we will discuss in Part 2 of the training webinar. We've now discussed all of our widgets and will move on to the left panel, which helps make tax preparation even more efficient. If you're away from the dashboard, you can press the top Dashboard tab to return to the main screen. Next, the Clients tab will show you a list of your clients. You can filter by any value, search for individual or business clients, or you can search by active or archived clients. The Clients screen will show you clients' email addresses, phone numbers, client type, and statuses. If you click the Actions column drop-down, you can edit the client, select a prepare to allow them access to the client, archive the client, start a new return, delete the client, and print a client organizer. The Client screen also allows you to create a MyTaxPortal request and a new client. As mentioned earlier, the Returns tab also allows you to find returns. You can create a new return, see the return list, and see rejected returns. You have access to invoice reports, return status reports, client listing, and VITA reports as well. As with all tax software companies, each year, the Department of Revenue in each state must approve the forms used in the software. You can check the approval status of the forms you use by clicking on the Approved e-file and print list. If you would like to avoid rekeying information and transfer basic information and carryovers from prior years to the current tax year, you can Proforma returns and/or custom return templates. Let's ask my fellow MyTaxPrepOffice team member to join us again to explain the Proforma process.
Here, you will see a quick overview about Proforma, instructions for how to use it, and examples of each Proforma status. Click New. Once you click New, you will see a list of clients along with their return information. You can filter these clients by name, return or custom return templates, or by return type. Select the desired return that you need to Proforma by selecting the checkbox to the left of the Social Security number/EIN. Note you can select multiple clients at one time to Proforma. After selecting the desired client, click Proforma in the top right corner. The Proforma request details will be displayed. Here is where you can find the current status of the Proforma process. When you return to the dashboard, the client will be displayed in the Recent Returns widget along with the Proforma icon. Once the Proforma request is completed successfully, the status will show as finished.
As you can see, Proforma is a real time saver. We recommend that you proforma your returns for this reason. As a reminder, always make sure that the software is in the correct tax year before you proforma. We are a mobile company, meaning that you can log in from home, from your office, your phone or tablet, or even a client's office if need be. But MyTAXPrepOffice also gives you the option to back up your returns. Simply select one return, multiple returns, or all returns. Once you have selected, click Backup. The returns will go to your Downloads folder on your hard drive. To restore returns, you can browse to select a file, or you can drag and drop a file. Just like the MyTAXPortal widget, the MyTAXPortal tab in the left panel allows you to access your client portal settings, clients, and requests. As previously explained, the eFile Center will show you information you need to know about transmitted returns and bank applications. In addition to allowing you to enroll with our financial partners, the Financial Products tab shows a financial products comparison, allowing you to make the best decision for your company. The Toolbox tab allows you to set up your firm and your preferences. Since we previously showed you how to set up your firm, let's see how to set up your preferences. You can set up several preferences for the software's theme, dashboard customization, the return workspace, and the offline mode. Some settings are available to the individual user, whereas others are available only to the admin user. Setting up the theme preferences enables you to make MyTAXPrepOffice even more user-friendly. The two themes available to choose are Classic and Modern. The Classic theme displays grid lines around the input fields, whereas the Modern theme displays one lower line. Comparison help can only be enabled by the admin user using the Admin Preferences screen, which will be explained shortly. Individual users can, however, enable comparison help for fields in the forms. You can set the fields to look like a selected software. You can also choose to change your dashboard settings. Click Edit Settings. Then, click on the pencil in the top right corner of each widget to select the color, hide the widget, or choose your widget ratio. To rearrange the location of your widgets, place your cursor at the top of each widget until you see the 4 arrows, and then drag and drop the widget into the desired location. In the Hidden Widgets widget, simply click on a hidden widget to restore it to the dashboard. Make sure to click Save, or you can restore the default settings. With MyTAXPrepOffice, you are in control of the return workspace. Admin users can select a default custom price list to automatically populate in the invoice of each return. You can also manually choose a different price list in the return workspace. Individual users can select a preparer as the default preparer to ensure that the information for the preparer of your choosing will automatically populate to the Prepare section of each return. You can also manually choose a different preparer in the return workspace. Enable the EIN autosave feature to save the data entered into the EIN library. The next time the same EIN is used, MyTAXPrepOffice will automatically complete the name and address fields in the return. Password protection for printing gives you 2 options. If you choose Yes because there are multiple people in your office, then you will have 2 additional choices. The default option will combine the first 4 letters of the taxpayer's name and the last 4 of their social security number. If you customize, you can choose your own system for the passwords. If you're the only one in the office, or if you have no reason to password protect the printing, then you can simply choose No. If the entirety of a certain sentence is not visible on screen, then you can choose to have it wrap around so you can see it. Most choose Yes here, but it is completely your preference. If you choose No, then you can see a particular field that is not displaying by hovering over the field. For the confirmation dialog, select Do Not Ask Again to ensure that you do not receive pop-up messages that confirm certain actions you take in the software. For example, do you want to close this return? We advise you not to disable the confirmation dialog boxes until you are familiar with MyTAXPrepOffice. The next 4 options deal with how you would like your main state to default. If you would like your states to auto-load based on where your clients live, you can choose to have it load based on client information. If you would like it to load based on the W-2 or both, select one of the next 2 options. The last option is to add it as you need it, rather than auto-loading. These options are only for auto-loading, otherwise you can gain access to any state you need. Default print packet settings can be changed by the admin user, which we will discuss shortly. The last field allows you to choose whether or not the return status is updated to e-filed when a return is transmitted to the IRS, state, or to a bank. Don't forget to click Save. Offline preferences allow you to work offline if you need to. For example, if the internet is not working as well as you would like, you can enable the offline mode in order to continue to work. MyTaxPrepOffice is not designed for staying offline, so make sure to stay connected and only use the offline mode as needed. The Templates tab allows you to create custom price lists, print packets, client letters, and return templates. The first tab is the Price List tab, where you can create invoices. Simply click New to create a new price list. Let's say you do flat rate. You can go down to the 1040 and put in the flat rate. It will automatically invoice the client with all the forms that you created for that client, but it will just invoice them at that flat rate. If you have different prices for some of the other forms and schedules, and you wanted to put that pricing in, and you prepared those forms for the client, it will automatically bill them as well. A combination of flat rates and prices per form is possible. The drop-down menu allows you to enter pricing for states and corporations. The Service Charges section is available for other services you may wish to automatically bill, such as backyard tax returns. Once you click Save, and you have the pricing the way you would like it, you can choose to mark it as default. Multiple pricings are allowed, for example, veterans pricing or pricing for bank products. Adjustments to pricing are also possible inside the returns. You can find the invoice in the Other section of the Forms Navigator. When the invoice is displayed, you can scroll down, and in the Form Charges section, you will notice your price list defaulted here. You will also see all the pricing that you enter into your price list. From there, it carries forward to the bottom section of the Total Charges by Form. You can also change the pricing here if you want to update the price. Other options in the invoice screen are discounts, taxes, and payments. To print the invoice, you can click on the Print menu and select Print Form. Print packets allow users to configure the printing options and indicate which forms to print with each copy of a return. In the default options that we supply, you will find items that many tax professionals may need. Here, these include the filing copy, client copy, and preparer copy. These are preset and might print exactly the way you would like them to print. However, you also have the flexibility of a custom copy. You can choose to watermark your company name on the back of all the pages if you would like. Under Forms, you have access to all forms and schedules. If you click on any of the documents, you have the ability to choose how you would like them to print every single time. For example, your W-2s and 1099s will have data, but you don't necessarily always want them to print if you have the original with you, so you can choose your printing options. If you choose the default option here, then the form will print if it has data on it. Choosing Always means that a certain document will print every time. You can choose Never if you would never like a certain document to print. You can do this for every form and schedule. Once you click Save, that means your custom copy is exactly the way you would like it. When you go to select the return for printing, you can choose Custom Copy. The print packets can be changed as well. Next on the list are client letters. MyTaxPrepOffice automatically inserts the appropriate letter based on the tax scenario you are preparing into the Other section of the Forms Navigator. You can learn about the default client letters by reading the description displayed in the Letter section of the Client Letters screen. You can create unlimited custom client letters by clicking on the New button. Enter a name and a description. You can begin typing the body of your letter, or you can use any information displayed in the Firm, Tax, Federal, Preparer, or State section. When you're done entering your letter, click on the Save button. Your client letter will be displayed on this screen. After returning to the dashboard, open or create a new tax return. Go to the Other section of the Forms Navigator. Click on Client Letter. Be sure to enter the desired client letter date. Select the Print Custom Letter Only checkbox, and in the Select Your Customized Client Letter drop-down, be sure to select your desired custom client letter. Click on the Print menu and select Print Form. Your custom client letter will be displayed as a PDF. You can download the letter, you can print it, or attach it to an email and send it to your client. Next, you will find return templates. These are your defaults. If you often do a return a certain way, you will want to put it in your default so that you don't have to rekey the information. Very popular places for defaults are on the 1040. On the e-file summary, if your office e-files almost everything, then you can check here for your practitioner PIN and go ahead and enter it, which saves you time. At the bottom of the e-file summary is your third-party designee. If you would like to put that in, you certainly can. Most of the time, your preparer information will also be defaulted, but if you wanted to add another email address or additional information, you can enter it here. It is not limited to only company information or PIN information. You can add anything you would like to these defaults, including forms. We also allow you to create multiple defaults. Creating custom return templates creates presets of items you would like to load for a certain return. The templates can be used to create new returns. When you're in the New Return screen, select a template from the Use Custom Return Template drop-down menu. We also have an employer identification database, so the EINs are stored in your program. We will have those autofilled for you. The EIN library exists so that in case one gets keyed in incorrectly, you can go in and make changes to that EIN. The final tab is the Occupation Library. Here, you can create a list of occupations that you use on a regular basis to allow for quicker entry. For example, if one of your clients is a secretary for a local public service location, you can enter it once in the library. Then, when you're in the return and you start typing secretary, you will have the option to select the occupation you entered in the library. Next, there is another option to adjust your MyTaxPortal settings as explained previously. After that is the Signature Devices section. In addition to remote signatures, MyTaxPrepOffice provides you the ability to capture in-person e-signatures once you download the MyTaxPrepOffice Pad application into the device you wish to use. You will need to install the application with the program. Click New. In your device, open the MyTaxPrepOffice Signature Pad application. Press the Activate Signature Pad option. Scan the barcode displayed on your screen. The new Signature Device Confirmation dialog box will display your device information. Click on the Authorize button, and the device information will be saved. Upon successful scan and authorization, the device information will be displayed on the Signature Devices screen. You are now set up to capture electronic signatures using your device. To capture your electronic signature, first open the MyTaxPrepOffice Signature Pad on the mobile device. You can capture your electronic signature in Firm Setup under User. First, select Capture. Then, scan the QR code. In the Signature Pad application, click or press on Draw Signature. Draw your signature. Press Accept. Once you're done capturing the e-signatures, press the Upload option on the mobile device. You will be presented with screens where you will preview and provide consent for us to print your signature on tax returns, including financial product applications. Mark the checkbox and click Approve. If you need to recapture the signature, you can click on the trash icon. You will have the opportunity to recapture the electronic signature. The same process can be followed for additional users and preparers. Taxpayer and spouse signatures are captured within the return. Instant Form View enables you to see a real-time preview of the information being input in the actual IRS form. You can see this when you're in the return workspace and you click on Open Instant Form View in a new tab in the top right-hand corner. Here's a side-by-side example of the data being added in real time. Instant Form View can also be activated on any authorized device, computer, tablet, or phone, so that you or the taxpayer can see a real-time preview of the information being input in the actual IRS form as you fill in the information in the return workspace. First, the device must be authorized. To authorize a device, a customer ID must be generated. To do so, click on the question mark icon in the top right corner of the dashboard and choose Customer ID. The Generate Customer ID screen will be displayed. Click on the Edit icon. Enter the customer ID of your choice by entering any 3 letters followed by 4 numbers and click the Generate button. If you want to change the generated customer ID, go to the Generate Customer ID screen again and edit it by clicking the Edit icon. You can create numerous unique customer IDs for each different taxpayer. Share the generated customer ID with the taxpayer who wants their device to be authorized. Ask the taxpayer to go to instantformview.com. The taxpayer will be required to enter the customer ID you shared and the device's name in the respective fields. Then, they will need to click the Request Authorization button. Once the taxpayer clicks the Request Authorization button, this message will be displayed. Go to the Authorized Devices section of the Instant Form View Devices screen, where you can see the details of the device to be authorized. You can approve or deny the taxpayer's request. Once the device has been approved, the taxpayer will get this success message. At the same time, the device will be listed in the Trusted Devices section of the Instant Form View Devices screen. To delete a device, select Delete from the Actions column drop-down menu. To connect with the taxpayer, choose the device and select Connect from the Actions column drop-down menu. A PIN will then be displayed in a pop-up message. This PIN will be valid for 2 minutes. Share this PIN with the taxpayer. The taxpayer will enter this PIN to access Instant Form View. If the PIN is correct, Instant Form View will be launched. If the PIN is not correct, or it has expired 2 minutes after being generated, a failure message will be displayed on the device screen. If the PIN is correct and the Instant Form View is launched, you can open the return in the software and the form will be available for viewing on the device. To disconnect, press the computer icon and then click Disconnect. The screen on the device will then look like this. Under the Toolbox tab, you can Proforma returns, backup returns, and restore returns. Admin users can change the admin settings. Please mark the correct option regarding whether or not you are associated with a service bureau. Next, you can set custom roles. You will find 3 custom roles that cannot be modified or deleted. However, you can create your own custom roles by clicking on New. Enter the role's name and, if desired, the description. Then set various privileges for this role, including return privileges, client letter privileges, and MyTAXPortal privileges. You can change admin preferences as well. The theme can be changed by individual users. In order to assist you with your transition to MyTAXPrepOffice, the same terms used in your previous software can appear in the menu on the left-hand side of your screen. To enable this feature, please choose your previous software from the options. You can also choose for the form fields to look like a selected software, or you can choose the color yourself and choose whether the color shows in the field background or border. MyTAXPrepOffice also has default colors. If a field in a return is outlined in a dark color, then you just key in whatever you need. If it becomes red at any time, that means the field is required by the IRS. The red will disappear when information is entered. Yellow entries are calculated by another form, or they show that a schedule was added in. At that point, you simply right-click and use the jump feature. Overridden entries are allowed. For example, if you don't want to use a supporting schedule and you know the figure needs to be 25,000, you can right-click and choose Override without disqualifying the return. It will give you a warning and shade it in gray. If you would like to estimate a particular field, right-click and choose Estimate. It will turn green. You will also get a notification so you can enter the corrected amount before sending it to the IRS. It's also possible to select the colors that display and perform review messages. Be sure to click Save. Next, you can choose whether to set the dashboard settings for the entire firm or to allow individual locations or users to set the dashboard settings themselves. The Return Workspace tab allows you to decide who is able to set the Return Workspace defaults. You can set the defaults, or you can allow individual locations or users to decide their own settings. If you set the defaults for the firm, please also select the defaults. The wrap text, confirmation dialog, and return status options can only be decided by individual users. The last tab allows you to decide whether all the preparers and EROs in your firm can access the client list. MyTaxPrepOffice also has reporting available. When you click on Reports, you will again find the Export button. This will allow you to export your reports. You can also select reports that we already have, including invoices, returns, and client listing. Access to the VITA report is available as well. The VITA report will give you access to statistics on the types of returns that you prepare. Under View Reports, you can find state-rejected and federal rejected reports, as well as preparer activity and e-file summary reports. If you have created custom reports, you can also search for them here. To create a custom report, click on Custom Reports. You will see a list of your custom reports. Click on New Custom Report. Enter the name and the description. Add the associated user, fields, and columns. Click Save. The report will be added to the list. Click on the Actions column drop-down menu to view or edit the report. If you ever forget the location of something in the left panel, you can quickly type the topic into the search box and your topic will be located. We have now considered the widgets and the left panel. Let's consider the other items that can be found on the dashboard. Click here to change the tax year. Click on the bell to allow notifications from MyTAXPrepOffice. Click Yes, I'm in, and then click Allow. This will provide you updates, offers, and more. If you need help, our live chat is only a click away. Agents are available when the live chat is green. Simply choose your language of choice, enter your question, and click on Start Chat. During tax season, live chat is available to assist you 24 hours per day, 7 days per week. Further opportunities to receive assistance are found by clicking on the question mark icon. There, you can find the online tutorial, keyboard shortcuts, and sample returns. If you have a question, you can also write to us or check the user manual. At MyTAXPrepOffice, continuous improvement is the driving force behind all we do and our brand promise to you. You can find descriptions regarding new features here. As mentioned previously, the customer ID for the instant form view can also be found here. When working with support, you may need to reload the app or start a screen share. Click on your name to change your office, open Instant Form View, check your account information, change your password, or log out. Select Log Out. Once you're back to the login screen, you can close your browser. This completes Part 1 of the training webinar. Please continue to Part 2 to learn how to use MyTaxPrepOffice for tax returns. Thank you for listening.